What's going on, people? AYINDI'S back again. Today we're taking a look at my G.I. Joe collection, the Cobra side of my collection, which will be mostly focusing on the Mercenaries and Cobra Command itself with Cobra Commander. So hopefully this will be my submission into the Cobra Convergence month, but I still wanted to do this anyway. So uh, I like I like the mercs on the cover side because a lot of them remind me of kind of like villains, the super villains, like the gimmick super villains. So I've been wanting to do this, been getting distracted. So this is kind of long overdue. So I'll be linking into the last video I done, which was the Cobra Troops. So hope you guys enjoy this and enjoy my Joeverse as I go along and tell you about how I use these figures and some of the other uh, mercenaries I have and figures I have. So I'll be back and we'll get started. Okay, first I'm gonna take a look at some of the mercs. Mainly I have this one and of these five, two of these guys have been kind of my favorite. Well, we'll take a look. You know, this guy, Tombstone, don't know much about him. Like, he's a newer character. This was actually in the 50th anniversary line, so I had him. Everybody says he looks like Bill Cosby there with that face. Uh, Thought about it. I'm just gonna make this guy a nanotech junkie. I'm gonna be kind of go crazy off of nanotech injections and stuff. Um, no, here. I guess they had to change his name due to copyright issues or something because this was Naugahyde from. I remember this guy from the. I think we first saw this guy at the Deke animation, Deke animations. So, but he came with that BBTS exclusive pack with the Dreadlocks. But I don't see him with the Dreadlocks. He's supposed to be a Leo game hunter. So that's why I kind of have him by himself. But yeah, that's where this guy comes from. So, and a lot of people don't like this guy. I don't know why, but um, I never had a problem with Crocmaster here. This is the 25th anniversary version. It was only they did do a 50th releasing the 50th anniversary, but it was red with a red crocodile, which I don't know of any kind of red crocodile. So I was glad I just got this guy. Uh, so, but I know you want to think of Bane when you see him, but he was created long before Bane. But I know it gives off that Bane vibe. You know, everybody that has a mask like that always got to be compared to Bane, but guy was around before Bane. So, and two of my other kind of favorites, I was like Wild Weasel, Rattler, Pilot, and Scrap Iron. These two are probably gonna do some Marauders updates to these guys. So these two look like they pretty easy to do updates with Marauder bodies. So that I'll probably be doing with these two. So since I won't be getting anybody else anytime soon. So yeah, these two are particularly favorites of mine. So we'll move on to the next group, the next person, actually. So next we're going to talk about Dr. Mindbender. And I'm going to have to give a shout out to ODC, that's me, and Shrider, because they basically think most people did it, but they're the ones that did it first and gave me the idea to just turn the Doctor from the Rise of Cobra collection and just turn him into Mindbender. So how he's gonna go in my story is gonna be when the first time Cobra Commander gets first time Cobra Commander gets caught. He gets caught in a blast, so he's gonna end up having to use this apparatus, kind of like how the Doc was using it in the movie. But I just want to give a shout out to him because I basically I just had this guy and said and thought about it. That was probably the best thing to get a modern Doctor Mindbender. Just turn this guy because you can take this off. So, but I'll just say the next time Cobra Commander sees him, he's gonna have his wig on. He's gonna ask him why is he wearing a wig. So, but that's how I'm gonna use them. So I can use both of these guys. So this will be like the first time before Cobra Commander gets caught, and then during that battle he gets caught in a blast. So he's gonna end up having to end up using this to you know, and also with the injecting the nano, some of uh, the nanotech inside himself. So, but this is my Dr. Mindbender. So we're gonna move on to the next group. Actually, this time it is gonna be a group. Next, we're gonna take a look at the Dreadlocks. So yeah, these guys, they were always fun. Basically, they was kind of based on Mad Max and biker gangs, and mainly Mad Max. You could basically, especially by the later designs. I think my favorite of the original four, if you look at, there's two missing, and I'll talk about them in a minute. But of the original four, I believe Buzzard was always my favorite. I think he was kind of the they were all treated like they were dumb, but I think he was the more competent one of those of these three. Ripper, Ripper and Torch and Buzzard. I think he was the most competent. Um, One person that's missing is Zorana, because she was exclusive and she's way overpriced. If there's one figure I hope will get re-released. A general release this time, and a re-release would be her, to have her. If I had her, she would be leading Dreadlocks, but I'm gonna have Zartan's daughter, Zanya. This is one of my favorite figures. Also, have her lead the Dreadlocks, but I'll talk about why I want her, and why I don't have Zartan with these guys. But so these guys, they're always fun, but we got some. This guy's kind of new. I wish they had gave him a different gimmick than, because he's kind of the same as Torch. Kind of just, I guess you could say, a black version of Torch. They both use these blow torches, so I wish they would have gave him a different gimmick. But and for those that know who he is and know football, tell me. I don't know. I always thought this guy reminded me of Brian Bosworth. If you know the boss, if you know who that is, let me know if you thought so too. This guy always reminded me of him. So, Mr. Road Pig back there. So, so we're gonna move on to the next people or persons. Next, we're gonna talk about the heads of Extensive Enterprise and the Crimson Guard commanders, Tomox and Zabot. So, yeah, the twins were always fun. They finished each other's sentences, and you hurt one, you hurt the other. So that was kind of a new thing back then. Let's see, for to see that in a cartoon, So, and these guys are businessmen and Cobra loyalist, if you want to say that. Now, I did a review on the Cobra Commander, and I was thinking about getting another one to use as their suited bodies for when they conducting business. But I'm gonna wait for Marauders. They're gonna be doing some suited bodies. But I also picked up these two Cobra Commanders. Well, and this was just a repaint of that the G.I. Joe Retaliation Cobra Commander that they released. And looking at the figure, it doesn't look too bad now. So just like this, but I thought about it, so just to show, because I think they will look as they're, they don't have the knife. One has the knife on one side. Just wish that I could do that, but they don't look too bad like this and this with this as a suited body, to conduct, business. So I'm thinking about doing that, at least until the Marauders suited bodies come out. So yeah, just have them like that, and have a Crimson Guard. So don't think that kind of works. Just let me know what you think. But yeah, just look at my that's how I'm gonna update these guys. Use that. So just look at the twins here. So move on to the next person. Next one, I look at Firefly. Get my words right. Yeah. So I do have a couple more Fireflies. I know I have the 25th, but he's in a bin in the basement, and I know I have the Renegades version. I thought I may have put him with the 25th, because this one has been my go-to Firefly, and I recently did a video on this guy with the two other figures, and he's not a bad figure, but I still like my the G.I. Joe Retaliation. And excuse me if I kind of mess up. There's like 3 G.I. Joes with R's: Resolute, Retaliation, and Renegade. So excuse me if I kind of say the wrong one, but this is for the Retaliation. This is the Pursuit of Cobra version. Which is, like I said, it's not a bad figure and really good figure. But I just like this guy. I don't know. I just like this guy's look as for a Firefly, an updated modern Firefly. Somebody's all about sabotage and explosives and whatnot. He looks more built for that, dealing with explosives. But this kind of just like this guy's look, it's based off the movie, but I still think it's a good modern update look for this guy. So it's my Fireflies in my collection. Next, we're going to take a look at one of my favorite guys. I think this guy put in the most work out of any of the mercs, which is Major Blood. Another shout out to ODC, that me. ODC, that's me. You can't even talk right now. I'm gonna re-say that. Another shout out to ODC, that's me. I'm taking another page out of his playbook because he did a update version of this guy using the Marauder's body. So I think I'm gonna follow suit like he did and do an update version to this guy. But yeah, this guy's been one of my favorites since getting back into G.I. Joe, when I kind of got back into it when Valor vs. Venom came out. So, and I thought this guy put in the most work. He was always on the front lines for during most of the episodes. So yeah, so this is I think I bought one. I thought it was a different version, but I saw I had this two of the same one. So, but it's my look at Mr. Major Blood there, and that is you can take off his head and remove his necklace there, dog tags that he collects. So yeah, this from the 25th anniversary for those that don't know. That. So that's why it needs to be updated, because they didn't have the best hands for stuff and things. So, but might look at Major Blood, and we'll move on to the next guy. Next, we'll take a look at Zartan. Um, Pretty sure a lot of people like this guy. He's one of my favorites. But how I use him in my Joeverse, kind of think of the Zartan as a title or what's the other word I was looking for? I just had it in my head. Mantle, or title, or a mantle. Yeah. Uh, I'll link to my other videos, but I talked about this guy with Destro. So, because I just kind of like having Zartan and stormshadow on the same team. And if you know that, actually, stormshadow killed Zartan because he's the one who actually killed Hardmaster. So, I kind of, that's what I want. I got this Giotto Retaliation Zartan. He's going to be the first one. This is the one that Storm Shadow kills, actually. And I'm going to have kind of Destro kind of somewhat reanimate his body. I'm not sure if I'm going to have him fully get killed by Storm Shadow or just go all the way. But yeah, so. And he's going to pass on, going to either make it his nephew or his brother that's going to take over the mantle or the title of Zartan. So that's where that's why I can have Zartan's daughter along with Zartan. So that's how that's why I do it in my, because I like Zartan. I kind of want to keep him in Storm Shadow where there's no friction between these two. So, and these two, this was the 50th anniversary Zartan. He's kind of shorter than the 25th anniversary one. I think I like these two. I go between these two are my main ones. Right now, he's the one I go with the most. It's the 25th anniversary, but yeah. So that's my take and my look at Zartan. Move to the next person. Next, we'll take a quick look at Destro. I'll link another link that'll be in the description because I did a whole video about with Destro, kind of how I use them in my Joeverse. So, but these are just three of my favorites. I do have some more, but these are the three favorites. I kind of the ones I go through to some of the most. 25th anniversary. Dang it, I just had the name. Dang it, Iron Grenadier. Destro. Oh, I was forgetting it. 50th anniversary Destro. That came in a 3-pack, and Rise of Cobra Destro, which is really grown on me. Well, it's always between these are 1 and 2. I just like this kind of simple look for him. This is 50th anniversary based on the classic look. So, and this look is Iron Grenadier look too. So just look at Destro. Like I said, link will be in the description about get further info on how Destro is using my Joeverse. So on to the next person. Okay, I know it's kind of cliche to say Storm Shadow is your favorite. But he is my favorite Joe character. I know a lot of people don't like ninjas in G.I. Joe, but I kind of feel he has a better story than Snake Eyes, and Snake Eyes is the one that gets all the love, and kind of everybody's a fan of Snake Eyes, So, but I do like Storm Shadow a lot, but. That's why I said I kind of like him with Cobra. I know he became a Joe. I don't think he's not with, as a current year, he's not even with G.I. Joe or Cobra. But I kind of like him as Cobra Commander's like bodyguard. I kind of like him like that. Like, I always like when he's the one that kind of breaks Cobra Commander out of any kind of prison and whatnot. So. But these guys right here, these are my 6 favorite. And I do have more, but these are my 6 favorite And this one, I know this guy from the Retaliation, G.I. Joe Retaliation was not the best one. I know he had some gummy joints on him, but I just like that design. It feels like a modern take on a ninja suit. So I do have this is kind of my display one. This one is the one I use more when I do stuff, action shots and stuff. But yeah, that's one. It's kind of my display one. This one, okay, yeah, I forgot. I want because this one may be the longest one, but uh, this is also GI Joe Retaliation, but this was it was classified as the Sunbow version or the cartoon version of Storm Shadow. So you see that. Uh, Here's the Pursuit of Cobra, Desert Assault, Storm Shadow. I believe that's what it was called. I just like this whole kind of look for him. It's something different for Storm Shadow. This one was the Dollar General, which is actually his G.I. Joe Ninja Force outfit. Uh, this one was I believe this was a 2-pack from the 25th anniversary. First, I wasn't too keen on this design, but the more I looked at it, it's another, like I said, another different look for Storm Shadow. He's kind of leaning over. So yeah, and talk about this one, because we just saw that Hasbro is going to do another re-release of this guy. Now, first time this guy was with the GI Joe, the Renegades line, GI Joe Renegades line, and that first I could not find this guy nowhere. He was hard to find. So when they released him, this one is the 50th anniversary re-release one. So I was happy to get him when they re-released him. Now, me even being the biggest Storm Shadow fan, there was no need to re-release this figure again. I think if they're not gonna do the O-rings, which I don't know why, but if they're going around that route, this one didn't need another re-release. I think we were all fine with the second re-release, but this was the best ninja body they were using at the time too. So, but I will say he didn't even need to be re-released. But that's what Hasbro does. Um, and also, I just wanted to talk because they're releasing. Well, I guess it was an Amazon, which I'll talk about these exclusives later and all that. But I was gonna wait. That was gonna be a wait till I get in the hand and see how I feel about it. But if they do another 6-inch Storm Shadow, they do something like this. I definitely would prefer something. They're gonna update it, do an update, but they're kind of sticking to a classic, going off of different design areas and just updating them. Looks like that. But if they was doing something more like this, for a Storm Shadow, or even this, I don't like this head on them, so I kind of switch it on. It's still the same body, but if they go even with this color, the color a little bit darker, but without the painting on this face mask. So, yeah. So that was my look at Storm Shadow. This is not all of them I have in my collection, but these are my 6 favorites. So. Yeah, this one was the longest, but yeah, I wanted to talk about him, and like I said, I kind of like him as Cobra Commander's bodyguard, working from the shadows. That's why I want him. I kind of like him with Cobra, but he doesn't. Your Joeverse, if you don't like him in there, you don't have to have him, or you want him with the Joes, there's always options to have him with the Joes. So, but we're gonna move on to the next person. Next up, we have probably my favorite, if not second favorite, female villain. her and the Enchantress are always tied, so they kind of flip flop between the two. So, but look at the Baroness here. Before we get into it further, another thing about the re-releases, because this is the 50th anniversary. Now I say this, when I got this, looking at that face, that was the best one I can find. I'm going to say that again. That was the best one I can find. And it's not all that great. So I hope with this re-release, if anybody that missed this and looking to get a modern Baroness for the 3 3/4, the body's fine, but I hope they fix that face. Because this, like I said, this one was the best one. When I looked through them, this one was the best one I could find. And it's still not one of the best things. They seem like they can never get her face right with the Baroness. But that's why I think the best one still, body-wise and face sculpt, is the Rise of Cobra Baroness. I did a review on this because it was able to pick up another one. So go back and look. I did a review on this and her, these two Baroness, so you can, I won't go over her that much. Here's the 25th anniversary one. This one too, the original blue color that she was in the first few episodes. And this one, I kind of like honorable mention, but it was that deep dive 3-pack, I believe it was, or was it a 4-pack? I can't remember. But yeah, but yeah, this is my Baroness. Is just like her, because I like her as a mercenary. She has loyalty to Cobra Commander and Destro, because she can do both, and I just like her being like a freelance mercenary at times too. So, but we're gonna move on to the big guy and then finish this up. And last but not least, the big cheese himself, the head man in charge, Cobra Commander. So these are, like a lot of us probably have a lot of Cobra Commanders, but these are some of the, except one, some of the few I like. I did a review on this guy. I ended up liking it, so I'm kind of gonna use this as my beginning Cobra Commander with it before he gets caught, and this kind of how he looks after he escapes. Because I also just did a recent video. This is kind of my favorite Joe figure. I just like this look. Even the blue one is good too, but I just like this red and black color scheme. And now it's kind of hard to get now, because I had bought another one that's the same one, another black one that was at the time you can get him for $10. Now he's up to like 40, almost $50 now. Kind of crazy, yeah, how it just shot up in price. So at the time you could just find them anywhere for $10. So this is kind of crazy. These two are the Dollar Generals. Kind of like these guys. Head's a little bit small though. I will admit that. Here's I'll get to him later. This one I just talked about earlier. You'll see earlier. I think maybe if they had painted the shoes black, this would have been a better Cobra Commander. I don't mind the red gloves, but the red shoes is probably what's throwing this guy off. So that's why I said I'm gonna use that body for the twins. This is one from another 25th anniversary, but the outfit he was wearing in the Deke animation, I'm gonna use as like a enhanced battle suit for a Cobra Commander. So like this, I always like this look, but yeah, so it's gonna kind of be like his battle suit. Get to the these guys here, the 25th anniversary, and like I said, I did a review on this Retaliation one, so you can see this is more of the Sunbow animation version. So this is based off the original 80s toy release. So you can see. So yeah, that was nice. So yeah, these are just some of my Cobra commanders. But like I said, he's gonna start off like this guy, and after he gets caught, after he escapes, and he'll end up looking like this. So I kind of just started liking this guy after the more I looked and held him in hand. So, but gonna come back and wrap this all up and finish my give my final thoughts. All right. So yeah, this has been a look at my collection, my Mercs and Cobra Command side of things. So I'm about to take a shot here, so I'm just showing this. So for those that are gonna ask, yeah, I probably will. Most of these guys, if they get to 6 figures to some of these guys, which I already did get Destro, I will plan on picking up that Baroness. Like I already talked about the stormshadow. I hope they do another one because I'm not really feeling that one they're about to release. But I gotta look in hand. Probably in hand. See how he feels and looks in hand. But and yeah, Cobra Commander, I'll be picking them up if they do Blood, Firefly, and definitely a Zartan. And I hope they do a Zarana. But I hope they re-release Zarana, that exclusive, so I can get a 3 3/4 inch. Although I do like Zanya, but I would like to get her and not pay an arm and a leg for her. But yeah, but this has been my look. Hopefully this will be part of the Cobra convergence. Like I said, I wanted to make this so I was going to do this, but decided to release it during Cobra convergence month. So, but yeah, this has been a look at my G.I. Joe collection, Cobra, and the Mercenaries and Mercs of Cobra. So stay tuned for more videos. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed my video and hope you enjoyed my collection, and let me know about yours. And until next time, also, yeah, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks to all the new subscribers. And until next time, don't support scalpers. Peace.